factor now. It's coming together. It's a little bit behind.
Okay. So we can go into here.
We've had our investors review.
And how's that going?
The problem is that they don't like what we're doing. Mm-hmm. They said, I can't get the money to get all this stuff out the door, and that's the biggest problem.
Definitely one of the hardest things going on right now with the budget cuts and everything. I definitely feel your pain on
How do we do it?
Okay, so there's a technique that I've used in the past that's helped me with this.
All right.
You mind if I show you something?
Absolutely.
All right. So we have your product here, right? It's laid out on this board. So would you say that your product is feasible?
Yes. We've vetted every story. We got architect involved. It's certainly something we can build.
Okay. So it's feasible, so we can do it. Would you say it adds value?
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing it if it didn't add value.
What does value mean to you?
I'm going to be making money.
That is part of it, but would you also say there's value in learning something that you didn't know before? Say the market's changed,
improve
the
our
customer
product,
didn't want
certainly.
something.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. It has to be usable, right?
Of course.
We can't use it, we can't test it, we don't know anything about it, right?
Right.
Okay. And the last part of this is it has to be a differentiator in the market, right? Nobody wants to buy the same product that Apple sells, Google sells, all these other companies sell.
Okay.
They need it to be different, unique, right?
All right, I'm with you.
So this triangle right here represents your product.
So this is everything on there.
Yep.
Fits in here.
That's everything on there fits in there.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Tell me how we get money for it.
Okay, so you need a big chunk of money to do this, don't you?
That's
huge chunk of money. This is just dollars, whole bunch of money to do this, right? Well, let's say here in 3 months there's a market disruption and your customer may not want something. Well, if you're already spending all this money, you're kind of you're gonna have issues there, right?
Tied in.
Yeah. So what if we had sent something to the market that was feasible, had value, we could use it, and was, a differentiator? You think that'd be good?
That's what I'm trying to do. I got to build everything, and they're telling me we don't have money to build everything.
Okay, so would you say that if it was only feasible, do you think it would be value for us to do it? If it was only feasible?
No, you can't sell an idea.
Yeah, you can't sell an idea, right? We can do it, but nobody may want it.
All right.
Okay, if it only adds value, but we can't use it and we can't do it, does it matter?
No.
If we can't test it, well, how do we know we're getting value, right?
I'm with you.
And if it's not a differentiator, then, well, there's 20 other products on the market that somebody else is going to buy, right? So what if, instead, we just took a slice from each one of these right here, and we spent less money to be able to validate a hypothesis we have that our customer wants your product?
So instead of a big chunk of money, I just need some startup capital.
Exactly.
This is interesting. Mm-hmm. How do we do it?
Well, let me show you something over here real quick.
Okay. Wait, that's not
It's all good.
mine.
All right. So this right here, this empty bottle, right? Let's say that you are a bottle manufacturer.
Okay.
The customer's request was, hey, I need a container that holds liquid. That's it. So this is the finished product. This is your product that we were talking about before that's on your program board.
So this is my whole pyramid.
This is your whole pyramid right here. This is the whole thing. Well, something like, say, this cap right here. At this time, this may not be what the customer needs the most. This cap, we put some words on it. We have these rivets to make it easier to twist on and off. It's made out of plastic. It's, there's so many different things that right now, the only request we had was, I need a bottle, a container to hold liquid.
All right.
That was it.
All right.
So let's go ahead and let's remove that cap. All right. Well, we remove the cap, and now we don't need this part right here either. Cool. So now we take a look at it, and well, we still have this label. This label has all this awesome design, has all the nutritional facts on it. It actually even tells you where you can recycle, and it has a barcode. That's a really cool feature. But the customer just asked for one thing, and that was a container to hold liquid.
Right.
So let's go ahead and take this off too. And now what we're left with is that vertical slice of something that's a differentiator, right? Looks different than most bottles.
Okay.
It's feasible.
Yep.
We have it, right?
Make bottles?
Yeah, we make bottles. We can do that. It adds value because it can hold liquid. And it's usable. I have it in my hand right now. I'm using it. So we can test with it.
So what we've done is made a scaled down functional part of my whole project.
Yes, and that's something that SAFe calls your minimum viable product. This is what we call an MVP.
I've heard MVP. That explains a lot.
Do you have any other questions about it?
Do you know how old that bottle was?